Kakadosh, Erev Tov, Masechet Moed Katan, Daf Gimel Amud Aleph, 20. We're talking about now 23a1. Okay, says the Gemara as follows. Says the Gemara, V'korin Shiva v'yotzim. So what are we referring to? We were talking about now that if a Nasi passes away, so then all the Batim Rashot are all going to become Betelim. They're all going to be annulled. Okay, Ubnei Knesset, and the people of the Knesset, right? Which means the people that come to the Bet Knesset, they go into the Bet Knesset. Kav Gimel Amud Aleph 23:1 on the top. They Korin Shiva. They're going to read 7 aliyot. Yotzim. They go out of the Bet Knesset. Right? Rabbi Yeshua ben Korcha Omer. Rabbi Yeshua ben Korcha says, "Lo she'elchu v'yitalu b'shuk." Not that they're going to come and being metayel in the marketplace, but rather v'domin yoshvin v'domin. They come, they sit down, and they are quiet. They're very. Why are they going to be very, very quiet? Because they feel bad. Right? Okay. Ve'en omrim shemua ve'agada bevet avel. They do not say dvar halacha or dvar agada in the house of Avelut. Amru alav Rabbi Chananya ben Gamliel. They said on Rabbi ben Gamliel, sheyomer shemua ve'agada bevet avel, that they were saying shemua and agada in the house of Navel. Tanu Rabbanan, we learned in the Braita. Avel Shabbat Arishona Yosef B'Tach Beto. The first Shabbat, which means the first week. Here, Shabbat doesn't mean literally Shabbat. It means the first Shavua. So the first week, he doesn't go out of his house at all. Yotzei Shnia, the second week, Yotzei, he's going out of his house. But he doesn't go out of his place. Shlishit, on the third week, Yoshev B'Mkomo, he's allowed to sit in his place. Ve'eno medaber, but he's not allowed to speak like normal. Keeps his mouth quiet. Okay? Revi'it on the fourth week.
That's why that's
one second. There's a minhag and there's the Gemara. 1 minute. Yeah.
Father and mother.
Yes. 100%. No. Yeah. Urvi'it on the fourth week. Hareu kechol adam. It's like everybody. Okay. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Rabbi Yehuda says, Lo tzrichu lomar Shabbat Rishona lo yitzeh mipet beto sharei kol nichnasim beto nachamo. Why did it have to say that the first week he's not allowed to get out of his house? Obviously, in the first week, everybody comes to him to give him the consolement. Ela, but rather, the second week he doesn't go out of his house. The third week he goes out, but he doesn't sit in his place. And only in the fourth week does he sit in his place. So it's 4 weeks now. You see, Baba Haki, we already added an extra week. Chamishit on the fifth week, then he's like every single other person. So according to this, right, they added an extra week. Okay? Tanu Rabbanan, we learned to the right that the first 30 days, there's avelut for nisuin, which means that a person is not allowed to get married to a woman until after 30 days. Meta ishto, if it was his own wife that passed away, asur lisa isha acheret at she'avru alav shlosha regalim. He needs shalosh regalim. Pesach, Shavuot, Sukkot, whichever one, whatever it is, he needs shalosh regalim. Okay? Now it says it's not because his wife is more chamur than another woman, but rather because if he's going to get married before shalosh regalim, it looks like he doesn't care about the first wife. Meaning like this: if a person's brother passes away, father passes away, no, sorry, Shalosh Regalim could be 6 months. If she passed away right before Sukkot, you have Sukkot, Pesach, Shavuot. That's 9 months. If it was right before Pesach, so it's 6 months. Pesach, Shavuot, Sukkot is 6 months. From Pesach to Shavuot to Pesach to Sukkot is 6 months. So the maximum is 9 months. You understand? So, or a little bit, maybe a little bit more. Because if it was right before Shavuot until Sukkot, and then Shavuot is Sivan. So Sivan, Tammuz, it depends which time, but it's not a full year, right? But what's the concept? The concept is because if it's to do with another family member that passes away, so he can't get married for 30 days. But once it's his own wife, is he going to get married so quickly? It looks like he doesn't care. In a sense, so because it doesn't look nice that he doesn't care about his own wife, that she just died, he's getting married so quickly. It chokes a little bit, you understand? It's like, how do you say, you understand? So because of that, he has to wait, okay? And one of the reasons also it says over here is because it takes longer. It has shlosha regalim without simcha in order that he shouldn't forget his first wife. Another explanation is the entire concept of that he doesn't forget his wife so quickly. So if he's going to get married and then during marital relations, he's going to start thinking about the previous wife, it's going to be problematic, okay? So it says, Rabbi Yehuda says, Regel Rishon v'Sheni asur, Shlishi mutar. The first and second regalim is asur, but the third regel is going to be permitted. If he doesn't have children, he's allowed to get married immediately. because he has to have children. He has to procreate. Or if he left little children, he's allowed to get married immediately in order that somebody should grow them up. Meaning that, if he has nobody to take care of them. This actually happened, right? He says that the wife of Yosef HaKohen passed away, right? So he told the sister-in-law, meaning her sister in the Bet HaKvarot, right? He's going to get married to her. But he didn't have relations with her until after a long time. Meaning he got married to her, right? It was even middle of mamash. It was after the Bet HaKvarot even, right? He told her during the Bet HaKvarot. There's a whole thing here we're going to see now exactly, right? But he didn't have relations with her until later. It was a long time. After 30 days, meaning it was a minimum of 30 days. There's a whole machloket about l'altar, not l'altar, what does it mean immediately or not, but it was minimum amount at that time. Tanu Rabbanan, we also learned in the Braita, Kol 30 yom legiyutz, the 30 days of avelut, a person is not allowed to come and start ironing and doing all these things, whether it's kelim chadashim or kelim yeshanim, whether it's new clothing or old clothing, which comes out from the iron, right? They cannot know iron. Yeah, no, 100%. Okay? To do with new clothing, there's a machloket exactly. What does that mean? Yeah, there's a whole thing, exactly. Rabbi says, it's only prohibited new clothing. Only new clothing which are white. Because if they were white, it's a much nicer, it's a nice, white, crisp. Yeah? Abaye used to come out within the 30 days with me'il, with the clothing which was made out of tzemer saruk, which is made out of wool, which is combed. Like Rava, just like Rava, that he said that his begadim chadashim are going to be asur if it's going to be miguatz. Rava used to go out within the 30 days with a tonat romia duma, which is red, new. Just like it is Rabbi Shimon, but he says that only white clothing which are new is prohibited, but if it was red, it's going to be permitted. Okay, next, 2 dots. We just said that the Shabbat is going to be oleh leminyan shiva, but it's not going to be mafseket. It's not going to stop it. So it says the Gemara, Bnei Yehuda Bnei Gilila Hane Amri, the people of the Galil, they used to say, okay, Gav Yuna Mubet, Yesh Avelu b'Shabbat. There is Avelu b'Shabbat. The Hani Amri and other people, Bnei Yehuda said, En Avelu b'Shabbat. There's no Avelu b'Shabbat. So what's going on? Is there Avelut in Shabbat or not? We're in 23b. So it says the Gemara, Man de Amar Yesh Avelu b'Shabbat. According to Man Amar, that there is Avelut on Shabbat. Diktani, because we learned, right? It says what? Olah. What does it mean, Olah? Olah means that it's going to be Oleh for the Minyan Shiva. So if it's going to count for the 7 days, so for obviously what? It means that there's Avelut on Shabbat. According to Man Amar, there's no Avelut on Shabbat. Diktani mafsek, because it's not mafsik. It doesn't cut off. So if you're going to tell me that there is Avelut on Shabbat, Hashta Avelut Nagav, bias. Once again, if there's Avelut, so what's the question about mafsik? Right? If Avelut is noeg b'Shabbat, so then you don't have to say that it's not going to be mafsik. Obviously, it's not mafsik. There's Avelut on Shabbat. So therefore, but we said that it's going to be Olah. It's going to count. So says the Gemara, I did the Kabbalah Mitra Sefer Anolim, because we said that it's not going to count to do with the case of the traveling. I did the Kabbalah Mitra Sefer Anolim Tananei Olah. If we said that you're not going to travel, so therefore we're going to learn in the Reisha that it's not going to count, sorry. So then we're going to learn in the Reisha that it is going to count. But according to the Manda Amar, Yesh Avelut b'Shabbat, that there should be Avelut on Shabbat. Haktani, we already learned Veda Mafseket, that it's not going to be Mafsik. So says the Gemara, Mishum Dekabay Lemitra Seifa Mafsikin, Tana Reisha Ena Mafseket. For the fact that we said, right, that we're Mafsikin, which means that you're going to stop it. So we learned in the Reisha also Ena Mafseket that it's not going to be Mafsik. So says the Gemara, Leima Ktanai. Why don't we just say it's a Machlok Ktanai? Mishem Eto Mutar Lefanav, somebody that has a deceased person that is in front of him, ochel bebayit acher, yeah, he says, is going to eat in another room. If he doesn't have another room, so he eats in his friend's room. If he doesn't have his friend's room, he should make a mechitza of 10 tfachim. If he doesn't have to do a mechitza, he turns around and eats. Okay, so again, we're talking about mamash, the deceased is mamash right there. And how's he going to be eating? He should eat in another room. If he doesn't have another room, turn his face. He should eat in his friend's house. If he can't, he turns his face, and that's it. Right? He's not going to eat meat. He's not going to drink wine. He doesn't make brachot. He doesn't do zimun. Again, what is he? He's an onen. aninut, which is between the time of the death and the burial, he doesn't do mitzvot, he doesn't rest, he doesn't do all these things. V'hem varechim alav, they don't make a bracha for him. V'hem zamnim alav, they don't do zimun for him. Upatur mikriyat shema u'min atfilah u'min atfilin. He's going to be exempt from kriyat shema, tefillah, and tefillin. U'mikol hamitzvot ha'amurot b'Torah, and all the mitzvot which are mentioned in the Torah. Shabbat, now on Shabbat, meseh ve'ochel. He's going to be meseh ve'ochel. What does it mean, meseh ve'ochel? He's going to be sitting down and eating. Ve'ochel basar sheli, he's allowed to eat meat, allowed to drink wine. Remember, on Shabbat, he's allowed to eat meat and drink wine. Umvarech, he's allowed to make berachot. Mezamen, he does zimun. Mevarachim, they make berachot for him. Mezamnim, other people can make bracha for him. Mezamnim alav, they could use them for zimun. Chayav b'kriyat shema tefillah tefillin. He's going to be chayav b'kriyat shema tefillah tefillin. What does that mean, tefillin? Obviously, there's no tefillin on Shabbat. Yeah, so he says this is some, they added it on. U'chol mitzvot amurot b'Torah, and all the mitzvot which are mentioned in the Torah. Rabban Gamliel Omer, Rabbi Gamliel says, mitoch shenitchayev be'elu, nitchayev be'kulan. For the fact that he's going to be mitchayev in these mitzvot, he's going to be chayav from all the mitzvot which are mentioned in the Torah. And on Shabbat, he's allowed to eat meat and allowed to do all these things. He's allowed to do kriyat shema and tefillah tefillin. U'chol mitzvot amurot b'Torah. But Gamliel says, mitoch shenitchayev be'elu, from the fact that he's obligated in the mitzvot, he's chayav be'kulan. He's going to be chayav in all the mitzvot. Rabbi Yochanan says, the difference between them is an onen allowed to have relations on the Friday night or not? Meaning the person passed away on Shabbat. So now, is he allowed to have relations on Shabbat or not, on that Friday night? So, is that the machloket? The more savar avelut, yesh avelut in Shabbat, the more savar, there is not avelut in Shabbat? Says the Gemara, no. Mimai, why do you say that? When do we say that maybe Tanakama didn't hold of it over there? Because the deceased person is right there. But here, if his deceased is not in front of him, maybe Be'emet there's no problem Be'emet. Right? Maybe Gamliel didn't say it over there because there was no avelut yet. But here, when there's already avelut, maybe achenami, that it's going to be asur. Also, that tashmish hamita is asur, relations is going to be asur, and it's going to be prohibited because of what we mentioned. And then we're going to start Bezrat Hashem with Ba Mineh on Sunday.